Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Flip Podcast, sponsored by Plat Life Entertainment. Last episode of the season, man. You know, it's been a long, great season, man. And, you know, we got to chop it up. You already know who it is. Timbo time.
Charlie_Pendergrass 5.
D Nice, what up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And, you know, I feel pretty good up on the podcast today, man. I mean, I think I was the only one on the podcast that had the Eagles winning in the Super Bowl.
Shout out to them Eagles, man. Shout out to Hurts. Shout out to the whole Philly. I was wrong. I apologize. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they won. Amazing outcome for Philly. Great game if you was a Philly fan. Terrible for KC. Terrible if you bet for KC. Terrible outcome for the KC. Patrick Mahomes, awful way to go out on your to go for the 3-peat. This is like in basketball losing 4-0 but going for the 3-peat. It's terrible. This is a bad outcome.
Definitely gotta run this. We gotta run this.
I apologize, Philly. What can I say? I'm not a guru, but I am. Like, gurus are wrong, you know, but it is what it is. Shout outs to Wayne, man. He been against KC the whole year, and what can I say? A dead clock is right twice a day.
I swear I was going to say that same shit, bro. Yeah. But honestly, I shout out to Philly, bro. Philly was by far the better team.
Way better.
That was belt to ass in the most epic fashion. And I did tell y'all off of this shit, I did tell y'all, like, if Philly won, they was going to beat the shit out of them. And that's exactly what happened.
Right.
Bro, they had a better team. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. I like how humble he is, bro. He's an
old soul.
He's a pros pro or whatever.
Yeah. And it's good to see that he's a black man and doing it the right way.
Facts.
But man keeps a straight face and just goes to work.
Yeah, you seen that shit when he was walking down the tunnel or whatever, and they had the shit on the TV, like everybody who's their game picks, everybody had Kansas City, and he had that face like, all right, watch this. Nigga.
And that Nike and that Jordan commercial was fire. That he had.
Love Hurts, bro.
Yeah, them shirts. If you have them shirts, those is fire. But like I said,
well deserved, bro. Well deserved.
Hurts.
All the Philly fans. Hold on, real quick. Shout out to the Philly fans.
Shout out to the Philly fans, man. Shout out to Boober. Shout out to who else? Shout out to
Rashad.
Yep, Rashad.
Nando, man.
Jake.
Yeah. Shout outs, man. Shout outs to everybody.
My boy Rob Hernandez.
Yep. Shout outs to everybody, man. It's y'all year. Y'all deserve
Tyrell,
it.
Reese.
Y'all got some dogs on that defense. Cooper DeJean, the Georgia boys. It's deep, man.
Yo, honestly, shout out to the Eagle. Shout out to Howie. Honestly,
Howie. This is how we do it. We've been shouting out Howie, but we've been shouting out Howie forever because Howie somehow, some way, every year it's like. We say it like, how can you get better? He figures out a way and a hole in their team to just fill it. Pause. Yeah. Like he finds a way to just fill it. Like, bro, Home got both of the Georgia boys on the same draft, and they both played a humongous part.
That D-line
in this defense. Cooper DeJean, like, think about how many rookies and how many second-year players on that defense that was actually like played a huge part. He had the dude that was a specialist only on special teams that was actually a fucking all-pro linebacker this year. Like, Philly did they thing. I respect it,
bro. This all stems from that Carson Wentz trade, bro.
They got about it.
And look, he was on the other sideline.
Listen,
crazy.
Irony,
right?
Yeah. Irony.
Listen, crazy. Talk about it.
Facts, but they got Devontae Smith, they got AJ Brown, they got Jalen Carter, and Cooper. Is it DeJean?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
And Devontae Smith, too.
Hold on. Wait, you said Devontae Smith. But hold on.
Look, they got them 4 niggas through that trade.
Wait, but didn't he get traded too?
Who's that?
Didn't what's his name? AJ Brown get traded from the Tennessee?
Yeah. Bro, that all stemmed from that trade, bro.
Where Carson Wentz went, it was a 3-team trade?
Nah.
So Carson Wentz didn't go to Tennessee?
No, but it was They got
no,
the
that's
pick,
what I'm saying.
They got the pick from that.
So they used the pick to get AJ Brown. Okay, no. I'm just asking. Okay,
bro,
Howie,
fire,
bro.
Howie's the GOAT, bro.
And this just proves as a GM,
Howie should have been black.
But but this just proves as a GM is use your capital as the years go on, because that draft pick might be better than next year to get a player better than like AJ Brown. Think about it. You might not be able to even use a first. The older they get, the harder it gets to like give first round. Like right now, they Tay. You're not getting. You'll be lucky to get a second rounder out of Tay right now if you trade for him or whatever. Yeah. My thing is they traded at the perfect time, and that first round worked out for them because it turned into something that could help them for a Super Bowl right then and there. Maybe 10 years down the line, who knows what will happen, but. He used those draft picks perfectly into what he needed. So for GMs, it should be not about the right now.
How we do it.
Yeah, this shouldn't be about the right now. It should be more about the what can you do? What have you done for me lately? I feel like that's a GM's job. Your job is not to worry about tomorrow. Your job is not to worry about down the line. It's
Fung out right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're hiring you to win right now because my thing is one Super Bowl could keep your job for 10 to 15 years.
100%.
Yeah, man. Hey,
look at Tomlin.
Right. I do want to shout out specifically, real quick, just an individual shout out to. There's a couple players that deserve it, but Devontae Smith. This dude, man, Heisman winner, national championship, Super Bowl championships. He's been to 2 Super Bowls. This dude's
he won 2 national championships.
Bro, what is he? 1 of 5, right?
Bro, his resume is.
So did Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl and a Heisman Trophy and a college football championship.
First quarterback receiver duo to win a college championship
what
together.
1 of 6 then.
Devontae,
right?
I think something like that. But first quarterback receiver duo to win a college championship together and the Super Bowl together.
Jalen Hurts didn't score in the Super Bowl, correct?
He got benched for Tua.
No, I'm saying in the Super Bowl he didn't score.
Oh, my bad. You're talking about
I'm saying he didn't run his one in.
No.
That's mad crazy that he's the only. So hold on, not trying to be funny. If Jalen Hurts would have scored in that game, is he the first Alabama player or Oklahoma? Because it's crazy to think because this dude scored bro. And if you heard because now they got the sounds out of the game and they were and Sirianni was like right before he threw that to Smith, he said, go for it right now. Yeah. Do it right now. Yeah. Go for it. He said, let's take the. He's like, go for the win.
Here, it's over.
Yeah,
put them in the fucking bag,
bro.
Zip them up.
Look, and no bullshit, yo. I also want to shout out Cooper DeJean, bro.
Hell yeah, birthday!
Happy birthday, bro. Him, Saquon, happy birthday. Who would have thought that Saquon wouldn't score and Cooper would have?
I know,
but
a lot of people lost money on that.
First career interception. In the Super Bowl.
For a pick six.
That's fucking
on
fire,
his birthday.
Bro. That's
and
fire.
I'm gonna keep it real. And just to add to
if
that,
I was him, I was getting drunk as shit.
And just to add to that, I've been seeing a lot of Philly fans. I'm not hating. I'm just being honest. He is not a CB1. He is definitely a nickel, a free, a strong free. Yeah. You don't want him I'm not trying to be funny. He cannot guard a fucking Justin Jefferson. For y'all to be calling him a CB1 is putting too much pressure on him. He's tough. He's a good freelancer. I like exactly how he plays.
He's a great DB.
I like how they got him. He could play corner for a play or two, but to have him out there on your number one, to call him a CB1, y'all putting too much pressure on him.
He play corner?
No, he plays safety.
Yeah, right.
I think he plays nickel, razor, dime. He comes out on the dime and shit. When you take the linebacker out, you put him in.
Yeah. Right. But bro, listen, the shit with sports though, to me though, everything's all in the situation you're put in. You get what I mean? So if you're put into a situation where your play style fits, bro, it don't matter what the fuck you play.
Right.
You get what I mean? So.
And these dudes are freaks at athletes now, so it's way different.
Yeah, man. Hey, another individual, we already talked about a little bit, Saquon Barkley, man. I don't care what his numbers look like in the Super Bowl.
They did not stop Saquon. I hate when people say that.
Right, exactly. I don't want to. We're not saying that. You contained them.
They did,
and
but
bit y'all in the ass. And it bit y'all in the ass.
I feel
y'all
like
put way too much attention on him and let Jalen Hurts really show that he can throw that shit. Mm-hmm. And Saquon, shout out to him. In my opinion, I don't know if y'all agree or not. Best running back season of all time.
Nah,
it was
best running back.
I don't know. You
see
CJ. You see Chris Johnson say like he still didn't break my record.
Fuck his record. He won a Super Bowl.
Nah.
But that don't have nothing to do with his record.
He
won the best running back.
Bro, it does.
With the best running back season of all time.
He won it. He finished the shit with a Super Bowl and the most career yards in a fucking season, including playoffs.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the best Super Bowl as a running back. Terrell Davis had a better game than him.
Right.
But
right.
He had more yards than Terrell.
But
Davis
he finished the season with more yards than Terrell Davis.
But not in the Super Bowl.
Terrell Davis shouted him out.
In the Super Bowl.
But totality.
Terrell Davis is an MVP in the Super Bowl and in the.
Heard you. Nah,
that's an argument.
Yo, honestly though, niggas gotta give CJ2K his flowers too though, bro.
I think a lot of people overlook him.
He had 2,500.
I think a lot of people overlook him for scrimmage.
What total?
Scrimmage. Yeah.
I think a lot of people overlook him because he played on Tennessee. That's what it is.
Bro, he was.
So did fucking Barry.
Perfect. I'm glad you bring up Barry because I'm not trying to be funny. It's crazy. Some OG that I talked to at work, he likes sports, so he was telling me straight up. He's like, yo, with Barry, he's like, if you look at Barry's rush log, though, go look at it. He said, -3, -6, +20. Of course. He's like, it's like giving Steph Curry shots. Of course, if he airballs 2, he's going to hit 1. Like he's like Barry Sanders. He's no disrespect to Barry. Like, but he was like, he gets the flowers. Like, bro, the thing is like, y'all don't look at him as a totality because people didn't watch the game. They just look at his final numbers. Like, final numbers in the season didn't tell, like, the story of, he's like, bro, I've watched Barry Sanders have like, he breaks off 2 runs, but then the rest are behind the line of scrimmage.
Barry has the most lines behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, best yards. I mean, he has the most yards behind the line of scrimmage and damn near the most.
No, but that's what his argument was. Is like when you watch Barry, like he was like, yeah, like he's a great, but at the same time, if you watch his games in total, he was like, bro, if you go look at his log in the drive, it's -6, -8. He's like, then he'll break off a 40-yard run. Like, so it's like in that game he might have 120 yards, but it's only 2-3 runs. The rest of his runs, the 25 of his other carries are minus or 2 yards.
Yeah, he'll go 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I'm gonna say this though. Look, Saquon's generational talent, bro.
Yeah, he is.
And
Fuck the Giants.
Hall of Famer.
He was that even before he came to the Eagles, but it just winning translates, bro. You get what I mean? So like, because now he's winning, now everybody sees it. But this has been Saquon all along, bro.
No.
This has been Saquon all along.
He was literally, he reminds me of that year Brady went to Tampa. He was literally all they were missing.
Yeah,
literally all he was missing. Like, perfect. All he needed to do, all they needed was a running back for real because, bro, they were working with
DeAndre Swift last year.
and
he's not no
Miles Sanders before that.
Yeah, he's not a slouch, but nigga, he's not Saquon,
he's
bro.
a 2. He would have been good behind Saquon just like the other dude was this year. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, it's Saquon, bro. You can't put a Porsche next to a Honda.
Right. And I won't even go as far to say that DeAndre's the number 2. I think he's the number 1. He had a pretty good season with the Bears this year. Yeah. After I think
but he's not Saquon, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Obviously.
The thing about him is, the thing about Saquon is the difference between Saquon and Derrick Henry and like Josh Jacobs is consistency. No.
Bring up Josh Jacobs.
But I'm being serious, but consistency. Like, even though you could plan for them, they're still gonna get off. Like. Right. That's their game. Like, for instance,
I think Saquon had 14 100-yard rushing games this year.
Yeah, and the thing what people gotta understand about Saquon is, when I say you didn't neutralize him or you didn't stop him, is, bro, he literally said they're gonna plan for me on the ground. That's what they said. Philly, they're gonna plan for me on the ground. Honestly, they said we're gonna throw him the ball. We'll throw you the ball more, and it's even better. We'll have Jalen be the best rusher in the game, and would throw you the ball more with him throwing the
He
ball.
had like 7 catches that game.
Bro, come on. In a Super Bowl, a running back with 7 catches.
And he was the lead blocker on a lot of them Jalen Hurts runs.
That's some James White shit. But look, you gotta. The Chiefs did what they were supposed to as far as neutralizing Saquon on the ground. You know what I mean? They did that.
He still had what, 70 yards?
58 or 68, some shit like that.
On the ground.
He still had a total of 100 yards total.
Yeah, definitely.
That target number for Saquon is if you're going to win, he can't touch 100.
But, bro, sometimes everything's not in the stats. You know what I mean? So, like, there was so much attention to Saquon that it allowed them passing lanes was wide open for fucking Jalen Hurts, bro.
Yeah,
he made all the passes that he had to make, dropped the shit in the breadbasket. Like,
yeah. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Like,
shout out to Jalen Hurts.
He earned that championship, and so did and
that picture was fucking fire, bro.
With the one with everybody around him, and it was dirt.
Him sitting on the ground on the floor.
Oh, because they had one too, like him walking off, and it was dark, like, but they just had the light on him, and like he was just. But the one with the cigar was fire.
Yeah,
he was listening to that old school too.
You heard the what he was saying about like how much that last Super Bowl, he's like essentially pretty much saying like that the Super Bowl we lost, right? That shit bothered me more than this one feels good.
Yeah,
like, you know
AJ Brown said something similar too.
Yeah,
he was like, "Yo, I thought it would feel a lot better, but I just got to want to get back to the grind, man."
Fact.
Yeah, I respect AJ Brown, yo. I do. I respect
all them dudes, bro. They well deserved, bro.
All of them well deserved, man. Yo, we were supposed to we wanted to have a couple Eagles fans up today. You know, circumstances with the weather and all that. It's been a crazy week over here, but they couldn't make it.
Driveway.
Yeah, he's stupid. But shout out to my man Nando, Rashad, all them. They wanted to make it up, but Nando he had to send me some of his personal stats. So I just want to shout him out real quick and think some things that he wanted to be said on the podcast. O-line showed up. D-line showed up for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, 3.37 seconds to throw. Like, that's the third most in the season in the Super Bowl game. Philly defense, 38.1% pressures to quarterbacks with 0 blitz. Total 42 dropbacks. You know, like you said, the KC played. They did what they had a game plan. Great game plan to start the game to stop Saquon. But they weren't ready for Saquon to be a decoy, man. Yeah. And Saquon played that decoy role very well. And they forced Jalen Hurts to throw the ball, and he showed that he can throw the fucking ball. So yeah, cooked them Kansas City DBs, Philly's defense. Checked all boxes, man. And so shout out to them. Fire. We've been talking a lot about Philly. I guess we got to talk a little bit about the Chiefs. So we've been going now. We've been talking about Philly for damn near 20 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
all right, bet.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll make this very quick.
Let's talk about the Chiefs.
Mahomes picked a bad fucking time to have the worst game of his career, bro.
Terrible day. Terrible
day.
Bad.
Dude, I mean, what did he say, Wayne? He had what, like 36 yards, 41 yards?
I think it was less than 40 yards. I would consider his whole game, because like you said, a lot of his shit was garbage time.
Yeah.
He pretty much only had like 40 yards this game, before the game was already.
Yo, they should have threw Carson Wentz in the game. They should have did that. You heard?
Kenny Pickett got burned.
Yeah, straight up. They should have did that. Like,
yo,
I don't know. That shit was bad.
It was bad, man. Yo, I mean,
Chiefs,
man.
That's an ass, bro.
Listen, and
that's twice that Hurts outplayed Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Even though
Mahomes
is they're 1-1, he outplayed Mahomes in the first one. He outplayed Mahomes in this one.
Yeah.
And
And listen, Mahomes, for all y'all motherfuckers that want to, say I'm a hater or whatever. I'm not hating on Mahomes. I'm not hating on Mahomes. I will consider Mahomes right now.
He's Jordan to Brady. He's a Jordan fan. It's like Brady.
I will consider Mahomes right now the second best quarterback of all time.
He's LeBron.
But I'm gonna tell you right now, the fucking talks of he can be the GOAT.
He could be.
He could be. He still has a lot of time left. But they were talking about if he three-peated this year, he was automatic. People were trying to crown him if he was in the
conversation.
Fuck that, bro. I seen Brady go on a 10-year drought. Mahomes can do the same thing.
Right. Longevity is key, bro.
Longevity is fucking key. My man Brady won 3 Super Bowls before he fucking lost a playoff game, bro. Listen, great start to your career, Mahomes. You have a long way to go to get to my man Brady, man. I don't want to hear none of that fucking talk about GOAT talk. He's second right now all time. Brady got him by a long shot.
Do you think Mahomes has to win 7 to beat?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. On some LeBron Jordan shit,
I don't
argue with people no more if they say LeBron's the GOAT.
Yeah, it depends. Like I said, it's age. It's age. GOAT,
but I'm not arguing with nobody.
It's all about age. Like I told you all the time.
Where you tuned in at?
If you're not trying to be funny, if there's a 6th grader right now that just tuned in when Tom Brady was on Tampa Bay, he might think that Patrick Mahomes is better than him. I'm not saying that his history, but it's what he watched. Because you got to understand, we can only go by what we see because that's the way we work. I know there was greats. I know there was greats. No, I'm saying I know there was greats before Jordan and all that, and did it more and had more. But what we seen from Jordan cannot be duplicated or even come close to it. And we've seen that 100 times. LeBron is the closest thing. LeBron, I think, is the definition of. Look, you aim for the stars. If not, you land on the moon. That's LeBron. Like if Jordan is the stars. If you can't capture one of those, you land on the moon. That's LeBron because you still aiming high. But people criticize LeBron because of now. I'm not trying to be funny. It's apples and oranges. Now, what don't you like? You don't like your Ferrari red. You don't like it blue. You don't like that the shit don't got a sunroof. The doors don't open a certain way because that's all they're comparing it to because it's like what you don't like about LeBron because. Or what Jordan does. We know Jordan's more dominant, everything. I'm sorry. People, R.I.P., Kobe, everything, even when he's alive, he's not better than LeBron James. He's not. He's not. He's 3 behind LeBron James, but he's not. And I'll say that, and I said that before. He's never been a number 2. He's never walked in the locker room and felt what it's been like to be the second guy. He's never known what it felt like to have to follow people's lead. He's just always been the guy. Besides when he went to Miami, he learned how to lead behind Dwayne Wade. But other than that, his play, he's always been the top dude. So
we ain't talking about LeBron right now.
Yeah.
But Travis Kelce, man. Before we wrap up this Kansas City talk, I feel like that's just we gotta bring up the elephant in the room. Travis Kelce, bro.
Retired mid-game. Retired mid-game.
It seemed like it. I wasn't mad seeing the Taylor Swift boos when that shit went to her on the jumbo.
Right.
Wasn't mad at it. But yeah, Travis Kelce, like you said, man, he looked like he checked out early, and now the talks are about is he gonna come back or not. I feel like he has to because who's gonna go out like the way he did?
That's a long season, bro. Does he really want to come back?
Shout outs to Taylor Swift though. I did see her tip each of the like little people $100 each. That was what's up.
Okay, hey, we'll give it up.
Shout out to her.
First time on the podcast we're shouting out Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
We'll give it up for that.
I see you tipping the low, like she tipped the people like in the Super Bowl. You know, like
midgets,
huh?
You said little people?
Shit, what the little? No, not that's a literal.
Whoa,
that's crazy.
And we're gonna move on.
I'm like, what?
We're gonna scratch that. We love all small people.
I do love.
I love y'all garden gnomes.
And we don't use the word midgets either. That's a derogatory
small people.
term.
I'm sorry.
Garden gnomes. Garden gnomes.
Yo, you're stupid. You're definitely not gonna say that. Listen, let's move on. Hey.
Nah, you Trey, brought
up a good point though, Trey.
Yeah.
You were talking about this a little bit before the podcast about these dudes, like Travis Kelce that have
Micah Parsons,
the St. Brown Bros,
Aaron
Rodgers going on Pat McAfee.
Mm-hmm.
Do these guys need to have like something in their trade, like or in their contract, like a clause or something to say, y'all can't fucking do no podcast and shit during the season, cause.
Right.
Hell yeah,
I think so. As an owner, I'm looking at this and I'm taking that out of the playbook of the Jets and saying, you know what, they're right. We need you to focus more on what the main thing is, and the main thing is a Super Bowl. When you focus on the main thing, like a Jalen Hurts, like a Saquon Barkley, you see what happens. Yeah, it's hard to get them guys. If you ever hear these guys on the shows, like, yeah, we can't get this guy on because they're focused on their craft. My thing is when you got your franchise player that you're trying to give multi-million dollars, hundreds of $1 million to, I'm sorry, I don't want him focusing on being shown up in his own brand. Bad enough you're already gonna move your own brand through your endorsements and everything else. But my thing is do that in the off season. You got an off season for that. Whatever you do in the off season, I can't control.
Right.
But during the season, I own you. As bad as that sounds, I'm not trying to be funny.
Right? No, bro. Longest off season in sports.
They paid them handsomely for them to y'all can stop that shit because the players before you never had this opportunity. So I feel like during the season it should not be that big of a deal. I get it, it's freedom of press, freedom of speech, whatever. But like do it like Jameis is doing. He's not playing no more, so that's how you do it. You do it after. Go with Fox and do it like that, or go do your podcast now. But I feel like it is messing up the main thing because now they're more focused on. They're on the plane thinking about like I gotta shoot this pie as soon as I get back in the room. I gotta throw this. Like bro, you just lost by 40. It's not time to be worried about that.
Like Kelsey. I heard the Kelsey brothers making like $200 million for their podcast. Bro.
That's big money.
Yeah. Allegedly.
It's very allegedly. I don't know. That's not fact check. I don't know
what he's making in the NFL.
But exactly my fucking point, bro. I'd mentally check out too, dog.
I forgot who said it. It was a famous person, and you were quoted after. But they said, "How hard is it to? It's way harder to get out the bed when you're getting out of the when you're wearing satin pajamas. Like when you're wearing, it's way harder. So it's way harder to get up for work and put the work in when you're already there, when you already got everything that you ever wanted.
Ring.
So you gotta fall in love with it now, and I feel like that's what Kelsey is. He's at the point that I didn't got everything. I got the Super Bowls. I'm going to the Hall of Fame. I got everything
like
that
you
people
said, bro.
name.
He retired in the middle of the game.
Yeah, and it feels like that, and not trying to be funny. His motivation, if you think about it, always been his brother. His brother's done now. He sees how much fun he's having outside of the game. I want to do that.
Commercial.
I want to follow my brother.
ESPN.
I'm done. I'm good.
Breaking niggas' phone.
Yeah, I think, and I'll keep it real. That will also apply a lot of pressure to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. No, I agree, man. The podcast, I agree with y'all. The podcast, I feel like is affecting these players.
Look at Paul George. Look at Paul George. After you just dropped 2 points in a whole game, 37 minutes, my nigga, you played everything but 4-6 minutes in a whole game, and you dropping 2. Come on, bro. With no Maxey and no Embiid,
that's
bro.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry. There's got to really be a talk. This really has to be a conversation, and this really has to be thoughts when you're negotiating as an owner and a GM or whoever you are, and these dudes' conversation. Because, bro, these dudes you'll never be worth what you're getting, right? Like we can all agree on that. It doesn't matter. Tom Brady, people could get $100 million, whatever. He could win 7 rings. We're not gonna sit here and walk like a human being's worth $40 million a year just for throwing a football. No disrespect. But my thing is at some point you have to play for the love.
That's actually a great segue right now, bro. Cause like it's talking about like, money and all that. Cause let's get into some of this free agency, man. You're talking about like, he's playing for love and playing to win. Right. That's something that Tom Brady has always done. He's never been the highest paid player in the league, never been the highest paid quarterback in the league. Always take a pay cut to keep the team around him. Right. Talk about T. Higgins, hottest receiver on the free agency right now. Joe Burrow. He's talking a good game. He's talking about doing some real Brady shit. Reconstructing the contract. We'll see how much he's willing to really take, off his contract to keep players around him. They're talking about franchise tagging T. Higgins this season and paying Hendrickson and Chase this season. We'll see if Burrow does that shit. He's a real one. He understands. And I'll keep it real right now. If he reconstructs his contract, besides the Patriots, you see what the fuck it is. But I'll be actually rooting for Joe Burrow to win the Super Bowl this year, to show a new blueprint on how to fucking get this shit done and reset the market for these quarterbacks. They eat up way too much of the fucking salary cap. We're talking about niggas like Sam Darnold. He's looking at a contract right now. He's gonna be guaranteed $100 million. For what, my nigga?
Do you
for
think,
what?
You gotta spend it to make it, bro.
But speaking of that, how do you feel if you're T. Higgins? Like, do you feel like, okay, I play under this and then I could potentially whatever, or do you feel like I do the same thing Jamar Chase did, or do you feel like he sits there, he's like, I'm not willing to play like that. Like, that's not how I want to play. That's not, because, not trying to be funny, you got to think under the franchise tag too. What people don't understand is
nobody wants
if he doesn't get the production, that'll be his highest paid year.
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't get the production, so right now is probably his best year to sit here and get his money, but it's like,
God, the niggas pay.
Listen though, as long as that defense is the way it is though, T. Higgins he's gonna eat because they're gonna be down. They gotta pass the ball.
Absolutely.
But you think in production or champion? Like, I'm not trying to be funny.
I'll keep it real. I no funny shit right now. I want to see what Joe Burrow how he really restructures his contract.
And I'm thinking about it right now.
If it's like he's only giving up like $2 million a year, then you're not doing much, bro. But if he's willing to do something like, I think he's getting paid like close to $60 million a year, if not $60 million a year.
10 or 20.
Nigga, give up 10. If you give up $10 million a year, you're still making.
You still can keep
50.
the Batmobile.
You're still getting paid more than.
And you getting the money, bro. You're restructuring it. You're not donating your fucking contract, bro.
And we're not pocket watching, but. And you get that back in endorsements and all that, like
all that.
So
if you
to win a chip,
you're not hurting, bro.
A Super Bowl equals more money,
and that's exactly where I was getting at. If he fucking restructures his contract and like really takes significant amount less, like 10 to 15 mil less to pay the guys around him, I'm rooting for him to win this shit just to reset the fucking market and show that quarterbacks should not fucking take up 25 to 30% of a nigga's a team's salary per year.
Like, and I'm keeping it real. Since we're in free agency, if I'm a Steelers fan, I don't know what the fuck y'all thinking wanting Trevor Lawrence. Like, not saying that he won't.
Saw that too.
Not saying that he won't be good there, but I'm not taking that tab for what he's done. That's just not, to me. For me, you're overpaying, and especially for a team that now y'all don't have your Najee Harris. He's gone. He's gonna leave.
Probably.
So it's like, what is your new identity? The defense is gonna be defense first. So my thing is y'all probably
TJ might leave.
Yeah, but. Y'all better off y'all better off just keeping Fields at this point, because that goes to take us and what me and D was talking back on the text. Like, I love the Steelers, I love Tomlin. He's a great, but bro, he has not won a playoff game in 10 years. I know that cool. I know that shit sounds so cool. He gets there. He hasn't had an under 500 season. Right. But at the same time, bro, you haven't won a playoff game. He's got there, but you haven't won. So that means you've been one and done for the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. We got it at some point, and another dude, the same dude at my job was telling me about the regime. He's like, bro, sometimes you know what they is. It's just, you get sick, not trying to be funny, but it gets like, it's like a tape. They just keep letting it run until it gets old. And sometimes you don't understand, the new players don't run under the old code. Mm-hmm. Just like Bill Belichick, he had to understand, bro, none of these dudes is like Tom Brady, or none of them. You don't have a Tom Brady in your locker room to neutralize everything else and talk to the players, and you don't have no success in there, so it's not going to work for you. Yeah. So my thing is like, these dudes have to understand too that sometimes, I'm not saying move on, and I'm not saying but sometimes you have to change how you're coaching, because it's not the same from year to year with these players.
Right. I'm rocking with Justin Fields. He was 4-2 as a starter. Right. I'm rocking with him moving forward.
You're
saving a lot of fucking money.
As a receiver.
And what was the point of signing him?
Yeah, exactly. And just as a receiver though, I'm leaving if Justin Fields is the quarterback. Yeah. Like, if I'm a receiver, Pickens, I'm asking for a trade, because I don't want Justin Fields as my quarterback, even though I feel it bad. He fits perfectly. He fits perfectly with the Steelers' way. You get a decent running back and you run the ball, you grind it out. They play old school football. Run the ball, defense, bend don't break, and we win the game by 3. Yeah, that's their game, bro. That's forever been their game, and that's just who they are. They don't put up, since Ben Roethlisberger and AB, they don't put up 30-point games no more. It's just not who they are. Yeah, that's why people got so excited when Russ first came back on the scene, because it's like, oh shit, we could throw now.
Yeah, we're gonna see where he ends up too, man.
Because in the playoffs,
there's a lot of teams right now that in need of a quarterback.
He might go back to the Raiders.
He was never at the Raiders.
I mean, he might go there.
He might go to the Raiders with Pete Carroll. He might end up over there. We'll see. You know,
I said back to the Raiders.
Yeah, Stafford. He went back with Pete Carroll, but Stafford.
Might go to the Giants. They're talking about.
Yeah, they're talking about him. Might potentially get.
If the Vikings is smart, they'll go get him.
Cooper Kupp's on the market.
If the Vikings are smart, they'll go for because him and JJ will be unstoppable. He's gonna force feed JJ.
A-Rod goes too.
Yeah, A-Rod. See,
he won't go to the Steelers.
You seen that?
Yeah. Got the quarterback talking about fuck out of here.
Yeah. And just to go back to our initial what got us into this situation, A-Rod may have cost himself because of the way he was and how arrogant he was and the whole podcast stuff. He might cost himself in the long run a job because now, bro, you got to understand, whatever job you get, you have to go in there and you have to, I don't want to say not be yourself, but you cannot be yourself. You can't be walking in there smug
like
a
fucking diva.
Yeah,
bro.
you can't walk in there smug like people owe you.
Yeah, you can't be a wide receiver and a fucking quarterback.
Because they tried the Tom Brady formula over in the Jets. They got all your old players. They tried to do, and it was an abomination. And you did worse than Zach Wilson. So we got to be honest and we got to be real with, bro. At this point, you should just be wherever you go. You should be trying to go to a team that is on the cusp of winning, but go there and just go there just to play.
Real quick.
Clean your name up.
Yeah, real quick. Where y'all think A-Rod's going to end up? They set it off. But
the Vikings.
You think he's going there?
Yeah.
I know Trey made that statement a while ago.
I say him or Kirk Cousins is going to end up on the Vikings.
That's crazy.
I think
I got my I got a destination.
I think he's going to the Vikings.
I think Tennessee.
Oh my God!
Yo, you know what? He has a house in Tennessee.
Because think about it, you could get Travis Hunter and you could get him as a free agent.
He has a house in Tennessee. That's an off the wall one. Not bad, bro.
Bro, listen though.
Not bad.
Why the fuck would he want to play in Tennessee? He knows he's not gonna win there. There's no chance to win.
No, but how many people are gonna want him? It's not about where he wants to play. He doesn't have
at that point. I think he'll retire, bro.
But but he's one of them smug dudes.
Diva, bro.
He's not leaving the way he did. How bad he left, bro. How bad he left. He left. Terrible, like, bro, he should have retired after he tore his Achilles for what he just did.
Yeah. I agree.
I just feel like he's so arrogant. He's not doing that. But I do agree with you. Like, I feel like there or who else you think? Because
I think he's going to, this is my wild out there.
San Fran.
I think San Fran, bro. I think he's going to end up going. I think San Fran should take a shot at him. Purdy did not. And San Fran's team is literally night and day with McCaffrey out there without him out there. I know you got some departures. Debo's gonna probably be out. With
San Fran's gonna be in the shithole for a minute.
But as long as if McCaffrey's there, they're like I said, they're night and day, bro.
Right.
The defense is still there with San Fran. You throw A-Rod into San Fran for a year. Put Purdy on the bench. Purdy didn't have a spectacular year this year. Put Purdy on the bench for a year. Let A-Rod go cook with that offense with. Obviously, hopefully a healthy McCaffrey, and I think they have as good a shot as anybody in the NFC. I'm not even holding you.
Aaron Rodgers to Dallas.
Fuck that. Hey, fuck Dallas. But listen, we'll move on. We'll move on, man.
Myles Garrett, real quick.
Bring it up.
Where do you think Myles Garrett?
Baltimore.
I heard Baltimore.
That's my.
I heard Washington
destination for him as well.
I heard Washington, which could be very good for them. I heard Lions.
Yeah, for sure. Lions,
Lions is crazy with
Hutchinson. Oh my God!
Even though we gotta see how Hutchinson comes back off of that, but
I'm sure he'll be fine. Yeah. He has a full off season.
JJ Watt.
Talking
about JJ Watt.
I hope JJ Watt. Listen, most calorie.
Come to Green Bay, JJ Watt.
Most salary cap in the NFL this year.
Not JJ Watt. TJ Watt. Come to Green Bay.
Most salary cap in the NFL this year is the fucking New England Patriots.
Yes, sir.
Let's make some fucking moves, bro.
Yo, and y'all have a lot of capital that y'all could just trade away. And this is what I mean. This is where a GM has to be.
Capital to trade away.
No, like y'all don't have a lot of picks.
We have not really. Yeah, we don't really got shit, bro.
We got a whole bunch of shit nobody wants.
You're right.
Y'all got no picks, like no second rounders.
We got salary. We got money.
Y'all don't
that's
got
what we got.
Exactly. But that's
we'll see.
But that all starts with let's see with Matt Patricia because he got some ties to some free agents that he played.
Patricia, where he at?
I mean, not Matt Patricia.
Where the fuck? I saw this.
Oh, he went to college. Actually. Not Matt Patricia.
Mike Vrabel.
Mike Vrabel, because he got some. I'm sorry, I said Matt Patricia.
I was like, what the fuck?
Tomato. Them niggas looking like they acting like I don't fucking know. Crazy, it's a Patriot, whatever. But no, he got some ties in the league, so a lot of free agents might want to go play with y'all because of they play with him in Tennessee or they know how he coaches and like about how he coaches. So that's the thing. He's a likable coach, so that might bring a lot of people back to New England.
That's gonna tie into my statement in the basement. We're gonna get there. I got a statement in the basement for niggas. Until then, let's move on.
Let's get into this weak ass.
Let's get into the NBA.
Weak ass NBA All Star team.
We gonna end this shit with the NBA.
Niggas had my
this can be quick. We don't
niggas
got
had my niggas had my NBA. Niggas had my YMCA team playing out there against the no. I'm sorry, rookies did not earn to be out there with them niggas.
Play harder than these niggas.
Nah, cause in NBA in the NBA All Star game is an All Pro.
Yeah, fact.
So you can't be having these niggas. If they imagine if the rookies would have actually run a tournament, we might not need All Stars no more. We might need question ourselves who's really the All Stars.
Bro, no bullshit. I went to bet on All Star MVP. And I seen Dalton connect. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
No, that's.
I didn't know what was going on.
That nigga was plus 17,000. You would have. He would have changed your life if he did that. He would have changed. Yo, real talk. I would have walked up. I would have bought Dalton Connect's mom a car.
Yo, the best. I'll keep it real. The best night of All Star Weekend was Friday night, right. And that was because it was the Rising Stars.
McClung. Though I ain't gonna lie.
It was the G League niggas and all the rookies and sophomores.
Who won that game?
Team C of rookies and sophomores ended up winning that tournament.
C, shit.
Right, but yo, they Team
should sound like a multiple choice test.
Right,
straight up.
What y'all should do what y'all should do to make Saturday more eventful is y'all should make the championship of that day one on Friday, Saturday after the dunk contest and 3-point contest, just to make it more eventful. Because bro, I'm gonna keep it real. At this point, I'm gonna keep it real. Saturday was the most eventful day if you watch.
You didn't watch Friday then.
Oh, I did.
Friday was lit, bro. Friday was actually
because they had a celebrity game Friday, right? Too. I get turned off by that. I get turned off by that. Kai Cenat and them niggas.
That might have been
we'll beat Kai Cenat and them niggas right now. Us three and two niggas we know will beat Kai Cenat.
Bro, the celebrity game that might have been the worst celebrity game I've ever seen in my life. But as far as like having the team A, B, C in the G League team, it wasn't basketball. They were letting a lot of dunks and shit. They were letting some dunks and shit fly too, but it was a lot more competitive, I feel, than the All-Star game.
Yeah, it is.
And
so you know what? Forget it. Put the All-Star game on Friday and put the young boys on the Sunday.
It was Team C, which was NBA players, Rising Stars versus the G League niggas in the championship.
Yeah.
So what y'all think would make All-Star Weekend better though?
Bro, I at this point, I'm not gonna lie, because the players, I don't know. You got to put the bag up. You got to put like a crazy. You got to do some shit like, who does it? Is it baseball or something? You got to do some shit like whoever wins East and West wins like home court advantage through the playoffs or something. Yeah,
but bro, if you're on a team that's not about to make the playoffs and you just an all-star, what the fuck does that matter?
But who cares? That makes everybody go hard. Then your ass is going to sit on the bench. And LeBron, hold on, and timeout. Speaking of that, with all due respect, I do have to criticize LeBron real quick. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be funny. Bro, with the way they just play in the format, you would have had to go out there for 5 minutes tops, bro, and you could have sat out. Then you don't do that right before.
Bro, what's the point, though, bro?
No, but you don't let them not get a replacement, bro. This is an all-star.
I get what you're
saying.
That
just ain't right, bro. Like, fans out there
wanted
to see you, and then not trying to be funny, that picture where you didn't even dress up, it just looks like.
You knew you was hurt.
Like, bro, you come on, bro. But you'll probably play on Tuesday. It's like, it's not.
He's playing Wednesday.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, and I get it. I'm not. But come on, let them know Friday so that way they can fly somebody out, make the jersey. Bro,
I respect that.
It's just come on, bro. That to me that was very selfish.
Nah, I definitely agree. Yeah. Wayne, what rule change would you make?
Yo, if I had to make a rule change in the All-Star game, I would. Yo, it seems like these fucking players literally just like get together before the game and say, "Hey guys, we're just not gonna really play basketball.
We're gonna play around."
Like, yo,
it's like Globetrotters,
right? I think they should, like, I don't know, make it so it's like
USA versus
I don't know
world.
if you I see how they set the you know they've been trying to set like a score limit or like a top score like
that.
That's a little crazy. I think they just gotta let it get back to 4 quarters of basketball.
Agreed.
In real East and West format.
Agreed.
I feel like that's a little more prideful.
Yep.
Like
us versus them.
Yeah, us versus them type shit. And I don't know how else they can incentivize it where like players are really bought in.
Or what I think they could do is, I was just thinking about this right now, is you could have them play against the best FIBA team.
Or you mean like overseas teams?
Like, yeah, because they're not going to play with the NBA players.
Right? No, they come out.
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's gonna make the NBA players want to play.
That's a good idea.
Because, but because at the end of the day, look how hard they play in the USA. Like when they were playing around, look, they almost lost by 1-2 to these teams that
South Sudan.
Yeah, exactly. And there was actually players,
and a nigga from South Sudan made the NBA from that shit. Abu Sali.
Yeah, exactly. He be doing big for the
nigga from the Sixers.
Yeah. But that's what I'm trying to say. Have one of these teams that like they gotta earn something, because bro, it's them playing against each other. They kind of got a brotherhood, which I get, because it's like you're still on my team. We still gotta play together after. So I was thinking like World versus NBA, it wouldn't work, only because some of these dudes are not gonna want to fucking hurt one of their own teammates or play really crazy and tough. But I think they should try that first, because some of these dudes want to prove that their countries are better than the NBA. Right. So it might work. But
they're trying to get into the NBA.
If not, I think you should try like the best FIBA team or whatever, whoever has the best ranking, and have them like France or somebody come over and have their best play. And if one of the NBA players on the team is not an all-star, he should be able to play with them.
I like that point.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like let's say if Wemby didn't make the all-star team, he should be able to play with his country if they're one of the teams that's gonna play against them.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't
know about that.
Yeah. Why not?
Nah, because I think to your point, if you're gonna do
it's a world, it got to be separate, bro.
Now you have.
But he's not an all-star.
No, listen. Now you have less all-stars for the NBA, so niggas is gonna be mad that they're not fucking all-stars.
That's why you let them play with their country if they make it.
But no, fuck that, nigga. You didn't make the fucking NBA all-star team because you don't want to play in the fucking all-star.
But bro,
team.
after
That's
we just
limit the amount of spots. If you're gonna go to that, limit the amount of spots.
Of course, you're not gonna have 20 spots. You're gonna have. You're only gonna have like. But what I'm trying to say is.
But that's what I'm saying.
But what I'm trying to say is, who cares about the all-star? They just killed that whole dream of what the all-star was when they added these rising stars. Like after that, it's like.
But it didn't take away from.
Hell yeah, it took away from the all-star game. Look at Draymond.
No, nigga, you're not understanding what I'm saying. It didn't take away from the amount of fucking NBA all-stars that are selected. If you make one NBA team and one overseas team, that's half of the all-stars in the NBA that are not getting selected. Niggas gonna feel
but you're not understanding what I'm saying. Only niggas that would be on the team is the ones that qualify as that team. You wouldn't put.
But they're not in the fucking FIBA league,
just to play France?
They're not in the overseas league.
You want them just to play France or something?
They only play one. I'm saying to play the NBA All-Stars only. Them versus the NBA All-Star. So let's say if France did make it, but an NBA player from the France team, an NBA player didn't make the All-Star game from the NBA team. Why couldn't he play with his France team?
Because he's not playing in France right now. He's in the NBA, and he didn't get selected to the All-Star team because.
But they don't play for France for the USA team either. They don't play either for the USA team. No. They don't play for their country.
No, but they play in the NBA, the National Basketball Association. That's what they're playing in. They're not playing. All right,
so the whole thing, they play all in the NBA together. So why in FIBA are they split up to their countries? If that's the case, why can't they play?
Take the best players out of fucking overseas. It don't matter what country you're in.
Facts.
The best fucking players.
Don't matter.
And the best 15 players from the NBA. And I promise you, the NBA. Since it's not an East and West or a two-team format, it's half
all
the amount
NBA
of
players.
All-Stars.
You're saying all NBA players.
It's half of the amount of All-Stars. Now it's like, if I don't fucking play in the NBA All-Star game, I might not fucking get selected.
Yeah, because now you might have Jokic, Giannis.
So you want them to split up the All-Stars by basically half is going to be world and half is going to be American.
Right.
Don't even.
And they're set amount of spots, bro.
You
it don't matter. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It don't matter if you were selected in this or that. And again, if you're not from the
America,
you play with them.
But then what do you do with somebody that can play both, like a Embiid, that's what I'm trying to say.
But that's what I'm saying.
If he gets selected, what does he choose?
It's not a Olympic format, bro. It's
NBA.
Do you play in the NBA or do you play in the fucking EuroLeague? Or you're
talking about the best 15. That's why I said all them NBA players, and you're just saying split up like the Jokic's and all them versus the like Jokic and Shai are gonna be playing on one team, and then you're gonna have like the Stephs and LeBrons, and that's what I'm asking.
You could do that.
That's what I'm asking.
You could do that because I think that since the NBA is definitely.
That's what you're saying. So I think Wayne's more saying like, no, fuck the best niggas overseas that aren't in the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're limiting the amount of spots.
So like
NBA
whatever the nigga name is, Yukasele, like you would have him before the NBA, like be one of the players that be selected to play against the NBA.
Right. I don't know.
Got you.
I think niggas should
I know it
go,
sucks, yo. It's nothing you could. It's hard.
I think niggas should go east or west the way it was back in the day, bro.
Or let the players select. That's probably the best thing because I only say let the players select because that's that's probably the most even kill you're gonna get it because sometimes, bro, the West just be too juggernauted for the East.
Nah, not necessarily. It's like bro, if niggas ain't gonna play, then what are we even talking about?
I say do it like this. You vote whoever's the All-Star selection. There's no limit on the All-Star selections, right? If you're voted, you're voted. Don't mean you're gonna be in the game, but towards your resume, it goes towards All-Star selection. You get what I mean? You have the best fucking, I don't know what they do, 12, 15 players from the East and the West. They play each other, bro. Very simple. And because, the West is a lot more dominant than the East right now. If there's 20 niggas, only 15 of them get to play, but the rest of them still get the accolade of being an all-star selection. They just don't play in the fucking game, bro. The best 15 players from each conference play in a game. You play 4 quarters regularly. That shit yesterday was stupid, bro. Stupid as shit.
Nah.
And Adam Silver loves tournaments, bro. We got the play-in tournament. We got the fucking in-season tournament. We got a tournament during the All-Star weekend. Bro, what the fuck is this, bro?
Is this college?
He's trying.
He's trying to do much.
He's trying. And I get it. He's fishing, but.
Yeah, but it sucks because he's like, why won't y'all play at the? Because, bro, I'm not trying to be funny. A lot of these dudes look at it like, I'm not trying to get hurt. But you know what? I hate to say it. A lot of these dudes don't. But that shows the All-Star game is a showing of how competitive they are against each other. A lot of these dudes, too much of them hang out on the offseason. Right. Like back then, the thing that they used to want to kill each other. Yeah, back then they used to want to kill each other because Kobe used to be like, nigga, we can't let Iverson and them niggas win. Like Iverson and them niggas talk about we're gonna win. Like that All-Star game where they was all going at each other, bro. Look at all the greats. Right. You could now that you look at that game, a lot of them niggas was trying to outshow each other. Like, nigga, we're all together. We're gonna win this game, bro. They don't play like that no more. They play like more like
it's too cool for
USA was the only time I think why we came together because we seen them actually like, oh, they're playing competitive ball and they're playing competitive with each other.
I would have rather watch a whole bunch of lobs and 3-pointers than the shit we seen yesterday. Yeah, I would have, and then niggas buckle down in the fourth quarter and try to win the game. 140, I'd much rather.
Yeah, they should have just kept the target point.
I don't like the target point shit.
I'm saying not the first, but they did it for the last 2 years, East versus West.
Yeah, I don't like that though.
Listen,
play the fuck.
I do because you know why? Because if you don't do the target, nigga, then you get your game takes a hit because like yesterday, bro. When they know the games, when they know the games, what do you call it? They know when to turn it up and take it serious. Like clock, sometime, bro. The game be like one year. What they had like 200 points combined in the first half.
At least it's more scoring, bro.
Nah, I get you. I'd rather see that though because it gets to a point, bro. These are all NBA players. It don't matter how much you lock up, bro. They're going to score. These are all-stars. They're going to score.
Yeah, and nobody's going to play as hard as they do.
If they need 10 more points and you're down fucking 25, bro, you're probably not going to beat these dudes, bro. Like, just make it a game. Let them do their bullshit in the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, they buckle down, play the real game. I don't know.
Yeah, to your point about to your point about if you're going to do World versus USA, I like that. I think the NBA is definitely grown enough where you can create a world's team in the NBA and the USA team, and it can be very, very competitive.
If they do it like how you said, like if they're doing it how you said, I think that's kind of better only because that limits how many all-star slots there is. So that make people work harder during the season because you got to understand these dudes cherish the all-star nod, but they don't play the game hard. So I think they got to start making it like the NFL. You see how there's only one NBA first team? Yeah. One NFL first team.
Well, that's just a joke too.
No, it is a joke, but because you know why? There's too many players in the NFL. You have to make a second team at least. NBA, I feel like there's too many teams. A third team is crazy. Like you make a third team, that's just whatever. But my thing is, you got to start limiting those spots in the All-Star game, like what Timmy said. Because think about it, if there's only 11 total spots or in the whole game, that's gonna make players actually. So now you actually got to pick a joke.
What does that solve though when they get to the game though?
Right. No. Yeah.
What does it solve then?
right? I mean, you might if
they should put in a 1v1, just like what's that shit?
KD?
The women shit they got going on right now.
Oh, that's fire too.
Put the 1v1 shit. Unveiled.
Yeah.
Put the 1v1 winner wins $1 million or something. I mean, not that money moves.
You're
already all rich, but
then
it shows your.
Or y'all should do 1v1s.
We're men.
Y'all should do 1v1s, 2v.
You want to compete.
They should do. Or you know what they should do?
Right.
They should split the all-star teams on as a let's even number, but like y'all decide if y'all do 1v1s or 2v2s. Like so you can split it up. You could do the one. But there's a certain amount of slots. Yeah. So you decide if you want to be a 1v1 or a 2. Because bro, that's the most competitive we're gonna get.
100%.
1v1, nobody's gonna want to lose 1v1.
Yeah, exactly what
nobody.
I'm saying.
KD will probably win that. I'll be honest.
I'll put money on him.
Giannis too. Who's gonna stop Giannis?
Yeah.
Because KD got to make 11 shots on Giannis, or it's a or he's done.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
KD I don't think he was the best scorer in the league.
But he can't play defense. History. If it's make it take it,
he could play defense.
If it's make it take, he can. I don't know. Giannis might put him in a blender 1-on-1. Back him down to the cameraman.
It would be very interesting to see.
Yeah.
It would be very
because 1-on-1.
I can't say that.
But
I can't say that.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. But yo, let's get to it, man. We've been going on and on this episode. We're gonna get to the statements in the basement. Big statements in the basement, man. Last statement in the basement of the season. Season 2 is about to be wrapped up, man. It's been a great fucking season. You know, obviously I would not want to do it with anybody else, man. I appreciate y'all. It's, more than ever. Mm-hmm. Statement in the basement. I'll set it off. My statement in the basement, going into which we were talking about earlier. AJ Brown. Come on, man. Come on. He's been talking about how, the Super Bowl win didn't really affect him like he thought it would. He just wants to get to the grind. All he likes is what he gets off of, pause, is mossing niggas and getting that one-on-one coverage and just doing niggas dirty and getting that, being the number one receiver and all that. I promise you, man. Mike Vrabel, you got a great relationship with him. Patriots were your team growing up, man. You was crying that we didn't draft you. Come on over, man. You got your ring. Nation. Come on over, man. Right where you belong, Pats Nation. Let's make the trade to get AJ Brown. Bold statement. We gonna end up with AJ Brown. We gonna end up with him. It's very bold, especially since they just won. Right. That's probably the only reason I would want the Eagles to lose this one, because it might have upped the chances of him coming to us. But come on, AJ Brown, come home, baby. Come on.
I like that, Wayne.
It's hard to get.
Yeah, it's hard to say though. But I could see fuck it, I won. Now I want to go and be the reason why we won. Because he wasn't the reason they won.
Right.
Right. So I could see that.
Mike Vrabel too, enticing for him.
Yeah. Shit. I mean, I really ain't even got a statement. My statement in the basement is, fucking, I'm going out.
Oh shit.
Nah. Honestly, Trey, go ahead.
He's like, hold on.
You don't got nothing?
Nope. Go ahead. I'm saying some wild shit.
He's trying to end this shit with a bang.
Right. I don't got nothing. I really don't have nothing either. That's crazy.
Damn, no last statement in the basement.
I know. You gotta make one for the last one. My statement in the basement would be
last episode, man.
Finish strong. Anything you do, anything you got going on, and finish strong. And even when the days get hard, go harder. Go harder and just keep God close. Keep everything. Keep God close. Keep your family close, and just believe that everything's gonna work out in your hardest times, even when it feels like it's not. And just believe, man. Just believe. Keep moving forward. Keep pounding the pavement. Getting your hard hat on and working hard. That's all.
That's it, man. Yo, great.
I love that
statement, man.
That's all I can say.
Hey, yo, last statement in the basement. I'm gonna do these for him.
Thank you, bro.
Like you said, another season in the books.
Yes, sir.
We did it. This was a long season. We all had to go through a lot of shit this season. Mm-hmm. Even behind cameras and all that shit. This wasn't the easiest season for everybody, right, man. And we like to be very transparent with all our fans, man. Appreciate y'all as always for tuning in. like D always says, it gets greater later.
Right.
It's about to get greater later, and like we said, we just appreciate y'all rocking with us for a whole nother season, man. Season 2, it's in the books. Season 3, season 2 is coming up. You know how we do a little sign in the off season.
We're gonna get better and better too.
Absolutely, man. And like I said, we appreciate y'all patience with us and rocking with us, and I can't wait to see what we have in store in the future, man. Yes, Fantasy Flip fucking podcast, bro. We ain't going nowhere, man. We ain't going nowhere, man. We rolling with the punches and we getting knocked the fuck out. You heard? We ain't getting knocked the fuck out.
If you counted us out, you still counting.
Yeah, yo, Infinity.
Yes,
you heard? Yo, Fantasy Flip podcast. Y'all know what it is, man. Big belts. Oh shit. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all, and we gonna see y'all for season 3. But more importantly, we're gonna see y'all for off season 2.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, right.
King of the Hill.
I didn't even knock out your head.
King of the Hill.
Hey, sponsors, another full season, man. Appreciate y'all always. Yes, Plat Life Entertainment.
Plat Life. Shout out to Plat Life.
Hell yeah, Suddenly Famous Clothing.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all holding us down always. You know who it is. Yours truly, Timbo Time.
Charlie_Pendergrass 5.
Be nice. Holla.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll see y'all in a couple months. Y'all be easy.
Yes, sir, Skate.